Welcome back to this lesson. In this lesson, we are looking at scalping the Asian session. So we are going to look at an example in the charts. We are looking at the Audusd, and in the daily chart, we have first to do market analysis in the daily chart to be able to understand the context of our framework. So we are looking at this imbalance here in the daily chart, which was hit here the first time 17th, then the 22nd of October. And also in the 22nd of October, we had this order block here, which would be our bearish order block. So between this low and this high, that's our dealing range. And if we find any opportunity there in the Asian session, that's where we want to capitalize our setup. Remember also we have run sell side liquidity and also previous week's low here. So this is ideally where we want our setups to form. So we are going right direct into the 5 minutes on the 22nd of October. So 22nd of October. So on this particular date, we see that we had ran previous week's low, and then we had ran previous week's low on Monday, but something interesting happened. We hit that key higher time frame array, and during the Asian session, we see that we also ran sell side liquidity here. And did we get any break-in structure? So we can see the first time that we ran sell side liquidity, we did not get any break in market structure. But ultimately here, we can see that here we got relatively equal lows here all this time. And later on, we see that we got a break in structure. This is now our ideal session because we are looking from this time, the 8 p.m. to midnight. So also don't forget the time session in which we are looking to capitalize on. So in this time, we are looking for any break-in structure once we have ran the sell side liquidity inside that higher time frame PD array. So this is a discount array, and we can see that the first time that we broke structure was here. We broke market structure at this point, and from this point, we see that the market created an imbalance, which is okay, but we did not get a run into that imbalance. But we can see that clearly the market consolidated in this region. And what is this region? This region is our breaker. So even though we did not get back a retest into this imbalance, but the market consolidated above this area. And so this is, you can see that we have this candle. This is also a good candle. So I will highlight this candle as our breaker, as well as you can see that also here we had this consecutive 3 up close candles. So I'll also highlight the up to the high of this breaker, these candles. So that's the area in which the market consolidated, which is our bullish breaker. So we see that even after we consolidated above our bullish breaker, because now we are looking for the market to go to the opposed higher time frame premium array, which was close by in the daily. We also see that the market here later on, we came to run back into this fair value gap. Then we rallied high towards this objective, which was the daily imbalance. So you can see how much the market expanded during this time. And that's why I favor mostly the Audusd, the NSD, for such expansions during the Asian session. It's usually very ideal, and that's where you can capitalize most of the pips. Because sometimes, yes, in the euro you may get a good range of pips, but if you consider such a movement, away here, it's very ideal. You see that you got almost 35 pips, yeah, just from the Asian session. So from this Asian session, what you want to study in your journal is how long, if you entered at this area, let's say you took a long position at this area and your stop loss was here and your target was here. So how long did the market take to hit your objective? How long did the market take to, how long did your market take to hit your objective towards that? If you entered at this point, how long did it take to reach your objective, which was here? The objective was here. How long did it take to reach objective? You see it took 12 hours, and that's, no, it's not supposed to be 12 hours. Yeah, it may be 12 hours. Okay, but what you're supposed to study is how long did it take from your entry to your exit. But for scalping, 12 hours is too much. So you can have, from your studies, you can have an ideal range of time that you want to exit your trade. Another thing that you can note in your journal while you are doing maybe demo or demo practice, it's how long did you stay in drawdown. You can say that the market, if you entered at this high, the market came against you with like 3 pips. So how long did you take, and how many pips did it take for where you were in drawdown? How long did it take? It took, this is 5 minutes, so 1, 2, 3. If you count even this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how long did it take for you while the market was in drawdown before the market started moving higher? If you entered in this fair value gap, there is also the time it took to stay in drawdown. This will just be 10 minutes, but 10 minutes for scalping is a lot. So not a lot, but also a lot. So you want to write down how long and how many pips did it cover. So that's it for this lesson, and see you.